lions don't compare themselves with humans. And AC Milan did not compare themselves with other teams in the league the last season. However, we are not here to discuss about AC Milan and their remarkable achievement. We are here to enlist 5 teams with which you can create great stories in Football Manager 2023. As the new game is not yet released, we'll be using Football Manager 2022 for visual support. And we start in the beautiful Sicily. They play their football in Serie C, the third league of Italian football, and have a very tumultuous history. The origins of the team go back to 1900, when Messina FC was founded in the city. As it happened with many teams, financial troubles impacted them very much. ACR Messina is the club's most recent reincarnation, and with your help, it may be the last. The club, the city, and this part of the island of Sicily are hungry for success. The finances don't look that bad, even though red is the dominant color. In Italy, 90% of the clubs below mid-table Serie B have the same kind of finances and worse. The objective would be to stabilize the financial part of the club and to build on the stable foundation for the foreseeable future. Maybe a senior affiliate or loanees will be helpful in the first few seasons until you get the club promoted to Serie A. The squad is somewhat decent for the Serie C level, but most of the players are leading Serie D ones, so a level below. A restructuring of the squad is due also. If you manage to help the club get a stable financial situation, restructure the squad, and find their footing in the league, you have a great chance to write the perfect story with ACR Messina. We go on with the perpetual Football Manager story source, Palermo. For years on end, Football Manager players have tried to revive the Sicilian club. Missing in action for almost a decade now, Palermo has tried to find its identity after the financial shock it had to go through. It would take us a whole video to list the players developed by the club, so I'll leave you only with Edinson Cavani, Fabrizio Micoli, and Paolo Dybala. The squad looks decent. You may need to bring in 2 or 3 loanees in order to strengthen the Serie B level of players, but the 5-year plan in a save with Palermo should be promotion to Serie A and securing the spot there. Football Manager players have tried to revive Palermo in the game. As this is now visible in real life too, this will be your chance to grow with the club this season. We get now to a less familiar club if you rarely follow football. Fußball Club Südtirol have just been promoted to Serie B. Years in the making prepared the club for this moment. And this will be your chance to write the best chapters in the club's footballing history. The squad is of sub-Serie B level, with only Matteo Rover, Mattias Procati, Giovanni Zarro, Daniele Casiraghi, Rafael Odogu, and Mirko Careta being of the needed level. Clearly, a squad restructuring is needed, but this is close to impossible in the first season. The first season will be of survival in the Italian second tier, and if I were you, I would try with every Football Manager knowledge that I have to keep them up. Another Italian love story can develop with Cremonese. The club based in Cremona has not played top-tier football for decades now. Hungry for success, the club returns to the Italian Serie A with the desire to stay there. It depends on you, if you choose to manage them in the new game, if this will be possible or not. What is certain is that it is going to be very difficult in the first season. And with the squad fielding a handful of players having experience at this level, every point will count. Santiago Ascasibar, Vlad Chiricheș, Gonzalo Escalante, David Okereke, and Johan Felipe Vasquez are going to help you in this regard, but that's about it. And the finances are not going to help you either. Football Manager 2022 projects the club as being in the red by 50 million euros in 3 seasons. Okay, it may not be that bad in Football Manager 2023, as promotion to Serie A brings with it a few financial benefits, but let's keep in mind that Serie A is not the Premier League. Money is a bit dry here. It is true, the horizon looks a bit bleak for Cremonese. For sure, the club has the potential and the background to go from zero to champions of Italy and of Europe in a long-term save. And we arrive to Monza, but not for Balotelli or Formula 1 races. Monza is the new AC Milan, or so is Silvio Berlusconi hoping to be. The former AC Milan owner is now investing heavily into Monza and is trying to bring them up the ranks. You can take advantage of this in Football Manager 2023 and use Silvio Berlusconi's motivation to conquer Italy and Europe. If you look at the finances though, you'd think that I'm fantasizing. Football Manager 2022 projects the club to get into 70 million euros negative balance unless things change. For sure, the situation will be better in Football Manager 2023 given the promotion to Serie A, but I don't think the difference is too big. In terms of players though, the squad is full of Serie A experience. These players bring the experience with them. At the surface, you would be forgiven to think that this club is destined for success. But let's not forget that these players were not here last season, thus leaving you with the difficult task of gelling the players together and finding the best chemistry. Managing Monza, especially in Serie A, is not a walk in the park, and I'm sure it will be represented properly in Football Manager 2023. But it gives you the proper ingredients to create a story worthy of AC Milan and even better. If Rossoneri did it, why wouldn't you be able to? And if you want to continue to binge watch Football Manager 2023 save ideas, make sure to watch this video next. I'm Alex and I thank you for watching today's video. As always, dear audience, stay safe, relax and have fun.